This video is intended for adults and children upwards the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate. Your itty teeny nerd fix for today is a beautiful piece. Legendary Heroes line by Age Toys Hynkel. Welcome back, guys. What do I mean by Hynkel? No, this is not a reference to the French comics Asterix and Obelix, like a Hynkel stone. Hynkel is actually the name of Charlie Chaplin's character in the 1940 movie The Big Dictator. When I remember myself correctly, Dan's reaction to that fact was pretty hilarious when I told him this, because we were one day just going back and forth, like, what is up with those names in third party? Like, sometimes they're so good and sometimes they're like, yeah, how would we call this Megatron? Yeah, Tyrant. And another company is also calling him Tyrant. And then the next company is calling him Tyrant. And then Newage Toys called their cartoon version Agamemnon, of course the legendary king. I believe it was in old Mesopotamia. I don't 100% know. Don't slaughter me in the comments, please. Or do, I don't know. And this one called them Hynkel. I think that's glorious. I think that's great, and that's something else from Tyrant. So this piece is beautiful, but I hope you stay to check them out. We'll go ahead with the box first. Small, very small, but beautiful. On the front, a nicely done cartoon accurate drawing of Megatron, not as clean, or way cleaner than the part itself. Legendary Heroes in the nice steely Decepticon colors, 0x9 or 09X Leader Hynkel, rotated to the left. Two shots with the logo and the name on the back. A core of Cybertron, like the Vector Sigma, and the little sitting set, like the little throne set from Newage that's coming, warning signs and everything. Again, go right to the left. Again, two pictures and the exact same on the other side. On the top, a cutout of the front art, and below the exact same thing. Everything is backed with a retro grid in gray, which is a cool styling. Nothing embroidered, nothing holographic, but the box is nice enough, so let's go ahead and check him out. And he's coming with a lot. I wish I could have told you that Newage should send Takara Tomy back to school because the paint applications are perfect, but after the first transformation they sadly are not. Nevertheless, this is a cool piece. So at first, the instructions, it's a sheet. You need to unfold it, and then it's rather big. It's one-on-one from the Agamemnon, and the transformation is depicted very well, very well. Zero problems with this. Sadly, nothing on the accessories, how to put it in and stuff. So you need to I don't know, throw it around how you see fit. Real accessories, let's start with the hands. Like, I didn't pull them off the sprue yet because I don't know if I will keep him, but I wanted to check him out. So they're nicely sculpted and painted all black. The joints come through, two posing hands, two index finger hands. And with Legends figures, as you might have thought, you just take one hand, pull it out, and put the others in. So that's a nice way of doing business. Next up, he comes with his little face, with a little smiling face, straight up MP36. And I'm sorry if I cut away a little often. I try to get as much out of my zoom as possible, but it's not the newest phone anymore, so please excuse that. Great styling, great color, silver, black, gold in the eyes, on point, looks like a straight up remold or a mold of the MP36 face. And best you exchange it with a spotter, and you just lift it from below and put the other one in. Little seam here, but I think that looks fine. Next up, he comes with a good array of translucent bits. Like we have a sword here, or maybe a starting blast of his fusion cannon blast effect, and then 2 times of the same. Then I just see, that is weird. And those are actually 3? Did I get 3 of those? I got 3 of the same. Is that normal? That I first see. That's crazy. Weird. And a little blast effect for his little laser gun from that scene in the movie, and his energon mace. The energon mace actually comes like a handheld melee weapon, which is kind of weird, and I already figured that the tolerance is a little tight. I think that's okay, because you can try and get it into his, let's call it the wrist, directly, but the fit is a little loose. It works rather so. It's a little loose, so be careful with that. And for the blast effect, we need to take a look at another accessory, which is this little adapter. And you get it into the fusion cannon by pegging this onto the blast effect, which is a tight fit, and then you peg it into the fusion cannon. I think that looks weird because we have this gray seam here. So what I actually try to do, let me get this out real quick. You can put it in here by friction. I don't know how they, why this gray piece mattered, because this works too. Friction works well here. You can do that. And then this blast effect and this little weapon come together, which of course, you would have guessed it, this just is supposed to peg over, but it doesn't. That is a bummer. Why do they make a blast effect for this weapon when it doesn't fit? So yeah, you can hold it and then have a blast effect. But even without the blast effect, of course, the weapon fits into his hand. The tolerances are tight on this, like on these fitting parts. There you go. So this works too. Lastly, it comes with the key to Vector Sigma. I say lastly because next up comes gun parts. And of course the additional cat hair, never misses a cat hair. Good detail, good gold color. There's no way that you can actually hold it, like you can do this and do the janitor swing if you want, but yeah, there's no way he's holding that. So then come his gun parts, and these are straight up toy, which is pretty cool. Fully black, fully shiny, fully lacquered, nicely sculpted, and you take this guy and put it in here. Make sure you have this notch, like so. Split the stand, pack these slots into these holes. Take his fusion cannon, plug it on top here. And then you have his little telescopic fusion cannon thing, which can stand and where he can stand in front of. So there's that. But wait, there's more. Sadly, not that you can use this as a stand like for MP36, but you take Megatron and you unfold his backpack to here. And the thing is, his toy configuration where you put this in kind of works. Only kind of, because this would be the way to do it on MP36, but it doesn't work here. So in order to do that kind of, more for better or for worse, you clip this in here, and you can clip this in here, and then it doesn't go on the front. Usually it would have rotated, and then it would be in front of his face. So this doesn't work, but you can kind of recreate it if you fake it. So let's talk about the figure, and isn't he glorious? That is a super cool Megatron. I think he looks tremendous, except we lose this. That's of course regulation from America. They always need to have these orange plugs on top, but what the hell. So styling on this guy is totally G1 toy, and it looks splendid. Like the lines, the curly chest hair as many like to call it, on his chest look amazing, and everything on this guy looks amazing. Like we have silver everywhere, and it's pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. I say pretty because on these parts here I already have a few paint chips, but overall the paint is very sturdy, which is a good thing. We have gold on the eyes, black for his helmet pieces below his actual helmet, and a little black shading around the eyes, which is cool. Silver everywhere, red, blue, gold here, red on the sides, gold here. This is tempo, pretty nice. Original G1 toy, really original G1 toy. Looks very, very cool with circuitry and gold here. More silver on the arms. This little attachment for his fusion cannon needs to come in. We'll cover this in the transformation. Shiny black on the hips. Shiny black on the side of the shins. Silver, more red on the sides. This is unpainted plastic, but it looks good. And silver on the feet. You can see the hammer here, but I think that is worked in very well. And the back is pretty clean. Short 360 for you guys, you can check him out for yourself. If this was too fast, if this was too shaky, so you can stop wherever you like. And I think while trying to tone up the 360, I think I need the MP36 Plus even more now, because I really enjoy the look of this guy. He looks tremendous. He looks really tremendous. I love him. Like the back isn't too unclean. The kibble needs to go somewhere. This is a small figure and it looks great from the front. And to be fair, it does even look good from the side. Other than a few other masterpieces. Let's call it Womblebee. Rhymes with Womblebee. I'm gonna hijack a little something established by Jobby the Hong. Back lives matter. There's no way that back life can matter that much on this guy, but at least side lives matter. So I think from these angles, he looks great. Articulation. We got the head on the ball peg. Looks this far up. Looks a okay bit down. Not much because of the chin and the chest, but who am I kidding? Little attitude, not too much, but you can do a lot. The arms come out this far to the side, not the full 90 degrees. And you can get them all around. Due to this, there's a little bit of a butterfly, tolerance-wise, I would say, going on. Single jointed elbow, a little below 90 degrees, not too hard, and the wrist swivel due to the exchangeable feature. We have the tiniest ab crunch due to a ball, it's a swivel in the hip joint, so that's okay, you can work with that. The legs are not attached below the hip, like somewhere in here, but below here. This way you can get this far up, nothing back, but I think that's okay. He never was the most of flexible or action-oriented characters. Like he was standing pretty majestic most of the time with his fusion cannon. And the knees have a little hollowness here, are sculpted otherwise well. Single jointed, way over 90 degrees, looks fine. And we have a ball joint in here, so this gets you a little bit of something too. That's fine. And we get a good rocker on the feet to the inside and to the outside, so nice tolerance there. No ankle pivot, nothing, also not toe-wise, but you can work around it. That works really well. And for the full lock, and since I talked about this guy, his fusion cannon is attached like this. And then you can have him post up. Pretty fine, that works quite well. But before we get to the transformation, some quick articulation examples, and very important, comparisons.
Like he's very easy to post due to set tight joints. So of course, you know, I like this Megatron typical design, this picture that we see online where he just goes all in on the knees and then just blasts away with his fusion cannon. That rather works. You need to work the tolerances on this outward rocker a little bit and then balance him accordingly. But then he can usually, at least he did it on me the first time, do it. Yeah, so that rather works. That's pretty cool. And I mean, he has kind of a butterfly. You saw that, but you can do a lot of cool posing things. Like, I mean, Megatron was never the guy with the most dynamic poses. You know, he was more like negotiating guy, so that works. I didn't quite check until now if he could actually run, so that's a first to me, because that's pretty much a given everywhere. He can run. Yep, he can run. Pretty amazing. But of course, today the variety of figures is not going to be too big. I just want to show you pretty much all the scales that are there. So, good golly, why did he pull out so far on 30 show, you think? Because I wanted to show you the extreme difference between him and MP5. The first official Masterpiece Megatron. So, that is pretty crazy. He's 1/3. But the paint is almost similar, I just see. Interesting. But next up, the second official and highly successful MP36 Megatron. And I think that looks pretty cool. Like, I'm usually the guy that says I don't need multiple figures of the same character, but I don't know, this happened. Megatron is just cartoon accurate, you know, and it's just a different color than MP5. Who am I kidding? So next up, and also final, Iron Factory's Tyrant. Their minor Megatron, all hair Megatron, etc. pp. So pretty interesting to see that the scale very much diverts. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. That's a spectacular spec picture. 4 Megatrons, 4 different incarnations. Huh. So let's get this guy transformed. You put off, or you take off his fusion cannon, plug this in. You take his backpack, unfold this to the front, and again fold it over. Now you need to unhook the arms. They are very, very tightly packed in below the chest here. So the call of action I would recommend is you lift the chest the tiniest bit on here. This is always coming undone, but you can fold it back. The tolerances are fine, but it just doesn't pack in. Lift this too, pull these out, so you can have these on the side. Then take this piece out, and this is stuck a little bit below here. What I recommend is you flip this out using the spudger, flip this to the front, and now you can magic it through this gap. Have then the chest to the front and rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Then have the head on straight and pack this in. And now the gun is almost done already. So that's pretty cool. Next up, you rotate this guy 180, open these up fully to the sides, rotate it again. Then you open the feet up, take this panel, flip it down, same on this side, and you rotate all of his lower leg on the sides 180. So you have something that looks roughly like this. Then you unpack and fold down the hips. Take this here, unpack it, flip it down. By then you can take the hip skirts and the pecs here and put it into the little hole here, times 2. Before you pack everything together, close this down, close this half, pack them together, and then you can pack all of this together. Make sure you have these together. This will become important later on. This will be the attachments for the fusion cannon. Make sure you fold this guy out too. This is the hammer, because this way and only this way, then the backpack's together. Rotate at the hip
And then we flip all of this down and you pick these two guys in these two notches on his thighs, and it locks in pretty securely. Then we come to the arms. You flip this up, you collapse the arm, and you flip this around. This way you can then flip all of this to the back, flip this up, and have the arm disappear below here. I would love to say same on the other side, but it doesn't work the same way on the other side. Same as you flip this to the back and flip this up. But you need to open this little portion. You need to flip this up, this around, and on the hand a little bit of magic comes in again. You need to take this, unpack it from here, flip the hand up like so and extend this piece. Then lay it down flat and then have this over like so. Now you can assemble it. You need to wiggle it around a little bit so this part lands below here, and you can flip all of this in here and close this up. Black magic. Final step, you rotate all of this up and the red pieces just fit in here. And this is where a little paint chipping will probably come in on everybody. You need to put these hammer simulations from his shoulders into this pegs on the inside here. So this is a little tight. Try to lift it up a little bit and then make it fit as good as you can. But once you're done, you have a little representation essentially of MP36 Megatron in Legends mode, and I think this is amazing. I think this is amazing. This is beautiful. I'm just speechless at the engineering. I'm really speechless. This is a true example of black magic. I mean, yeah, is it panelly? Of course, but this is a Legends Megatron. And it's a Walter P38 essentially. And it kind of fits. It's like your little water pistol when you were a child. That would be too funny if there would be a little tank you can attach in. Nevertheless, the accessories I showed you before come into play too. I want to readdress this here. You can put the fusion cannon and put it up here. Then of course the silencer, very important. You just slide this over here. And you have this little holster, which just slides in here. And now you have a complete masterpiece Legends Megatron with his holster, all in all. And it's beautiful. I really will have a hard time letting this go. I know I said this during Blitzwing last week, but look at this. Show 360, check him out from all angles. It's amazing. It's just amazing. The paint comes through severely well. The sculpting comes through severely well. Everything comes through severely well. The only way that breaks it off a little bit is the red piece at the trigger. But that's about it. Like, this is just splendid. I would have wished like the blast effects would fit in here. They kind of does, like in the very rear, but it's just a little notch here, so that's a little weird. But otherwise, guys, this is a tremendous piece. I can only recommend it. Final thoughts. So there you go, guys. Newage Toys 09 X Hynkel from their legendary leader or legendary heroes line. Their version of G1 Toy Megatron, and this thing is the shit. Sorry, this is a channel for adults. This is amazing. Beautiful, splendid, excellent, superb. As you might have thought. So yeah, just go down the line real quick. Just go down the line. The packaging is okay. It's a little box. It's nicely printed. It's a beautiful G1 art style. I don't know about anything else. I could see this being actually like I always tell, like a little bit of a library case where you could line it up and it looks the way. So it's nice. Appearance, yeah. Accessories, like 3 times of the same blast effect is somehow weird. I don't know, some variety would have been nice there, and this little gray adapter thing is kind of weird, but otherwise nothing that doesn't make any sense, how I like to put it. Materials, I don't think anything will break on here. This is super intuitive, everything goes where it's supposed to go. I don't see breaking on this. I just don't. Yeah. I'm always thinking, could I say something else, but sometimes less is more. So paint applications, I give 10 with a star because out of box, and when you transformed it the first time carefully, this still looks good, and this still looks good. Although, when I transform him back to Bud, the little bits that came into here from his shoulders will be chipped more. So be careful of that and be mindful of that, because this is painted head to toe. The transformation, the articulation is cool for what he is. Like a little limited, like you saw on the foot and everything, but you can work around it. You can work around it, and it works great. It works great. Even running and such is possible. So I don't know. There's not much you would want out of this guy. For the transformation engineering, I again took 11, same as on Blitzwing last week, but I think he's worth it. Like, the transformation is quick, it's fun, it's easy back and forth, everything packs in as it should. Like I told you, I can't do anything else but shake my head around at this black magic. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece, and it's a testament to toy engineering of our time. It really is. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything about robot alternate motor playability, because I just took everything out there and put it in that statement. It's just the way. Just for the value of the money, you gotta see. These things are not too cheap. Cheap sounds cheap. Good on the price? I say good on the price. They're not too good on the price. You need to see what you make out of it. But I could see myself keeping this guy. He's beautiful. He's absolutely beautiful. So there's this, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And head over to my Instagram for daily toy news. And with this, I only wish you a nice week. Come well into it. Have a nice coffee. Don't do too much, whatever. Just enjoy yourself. All right? See you next week. Voice of Kaon. I do this in advance. I need to see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I appreciate it. Bye.